So we have a lot going on. Who just joined us? I can't tell. Let me mute the chimes too. Okay, it's always such a challenge to do all this stuff and get it just so. So we've got a lot to talk about. I wanted to get an opinion from you guys on what you want to call. We are encouraging all our new representatives to do a grand opening call or or friends and family call. And we as a team have not decided on the name. They're exactly the same thing. In fact, there are a number of people like Lacey Daunt calling them the launch call, which they are not. They are the purpose of them is to invite people onto the phone so you can talk about the business and the product and our culture, and it's really lovely, and it's something that I would encourage everybody to do on a regular basis until they get to be customer qualified. But we need to have a name for it. I'm constantly flailing between grand opening and friends and family. I don't care for either one of them. So I would love to suggest that we start putting some titles for this call on Voxer, and let's vote on it. Because I really think it's important that we have a name so you guys can invite to it, number one, and you guys can start to do it on a very regular basis. So I'd like you to put that on Voxer. The prospecting blitz went great. I can't say enough about it. The beautiful thing about us doing it together is we got to review it together, and trust me, before I do anything, before I introduce anything to the team, I've done it myself. So we already on, when we're prospecting together, we kind of review what we're going to do. We don't kind of, we set the intention of what we're going to do. We review some of the dialogue that we're going to use, the verbiage, so that it's very concise. And then we go ahead and mute ourselves and Zoom while we're blitzing. We're prospectors and we're blitzing for 90 minutes, and it goes really fast. I mean, really fast. I've done it twice now and I can't believe it. So while I appreciate you prospecting on your own, some of you have, I hope that you will submit, and the one person I want to hear this isn't on here. I want you to submit to your sponsor exactly what you're saying in the prospecting, because these guys most of these guys, many of you have already done this, and I think you ought to review it with your sponsor or myself so that you're concise. Okay, we're going to talk about that later, but we're going to do it now through the end of September. This prospect blitzing every Wednesday at noon and every Sunday at 7. And the goal is to build our businesses and start to get duplication in depth. That's what we're talking about. So the new guys like Cassie and, Jazzy and Carol and Kathy Betts, and I don't know, anybody, anybody that doesn't have team that's duplicating, that's where we're really going to focus. And that's where this prospect blitzing is going to be very, very, very helpful, because it's actually genius, if you must know. At least I think it is. I want to make sure that we understand that we are a direct sales company, not a network marketing company. Jay Martin, John Blair, Randy Matthews, Janet Black, all of these guys in corporate go to extreme lengths to make us direct sales. And what separates us from direct sales versus network marketing is a lot. It's actually a lot. The fact that we are network marketing, we talk directly to the person. We're educators. We're we're conversational and experiential. We're not transactional. Okay. We are building a relationship. We do not have a monthly sales quota. If you don't do anything, especially in your first 4 months, you're not going to get a check. We all our commission positions are permanent. They do not take anything away from us. I don't want to bash any companies, but there are companies out there that give you a car, sometimes a pink car, and if you do not maintain a certain volume and structure, your pink car goes away. They take your car back. Hi, Susie.
Hi.
This company doesn't. Gail is on, Susie.
Oh, hi, Gail.
This company doesn't believe in taking anything away from anybody. So our commission positions are permanent. We earn our team building bonuses. We earn our qualification bonuses and our POB bonuses every month. We have the tax benefits of being an independent distributor, but we also have an incredible benefit package that I don't know of any network marketing companies that have that. So when you say that we are direct sales, say so with confidence and with passion and with gratitude that we are direct sales, because I would much rather be in direct sales than network marketing. And I think it's important that you make that distinction, not maybe right away, because your new guys are getting loaded with information. They're learning a new culture, a new language, a new business, and new systems, new tools. But jeepers, Joanne and I did a 3-way call today with a guy that owns the gym, and he was very curious about the distinction between the two. And he was really glad to know. Because he, my feeling was, and Joanne, you can speak to this, that he did not want to necessarily join a network marketing company, but was very grateful to be exposed to a direct sales company. So,
Laura, can you just tell the difference between the two?
I just did.
Okay.
Hey, Maura, I'm here, but I wasn't able to get onto my video on Zoom, so I just dialed in. I don't know why.
I'm glad you're here, Lisa. Great. Sue, let me just review it again. Network marketing companies have most of them have a monthly sales quota. If you don't sell it, you buy it. If you don't buy it, you run the risk of losing your position. You will be knocked down to the next position. We do not get paid for signing on reps. We invest in our reps and we spend time and money on our reps. But we are not a buyer's club. 80% of our customers are the end user, and that's huge, 80%. We do not, our commission positions are permanent. You can never move backwards. You can only move forward. So we don't believe in taking anything away from you. So if you don't make a sale in your first 4 months because we don't have a monthly sales quota, you're not going to get a check, but you will never, you're not going to be penalized for it. You're not going to be charged product for it. I think that was, and we are independent contractors, so we have the tax benefits of being such, but we also have a benefit package at the Q and NMD level, the qualifying national marketing director level and the NMD level. There is no network marketing company that I know of that has that. So we are direct sales. We are person to person. We are educational. We are educators. We are conversational and experiential. We're not transactional. Does that all make sense to everybody? Does that make sense to you now, Sue?
Maura,
Yes?
what did you say? 80% of customers are what?
80% of our customers are the end user. And the federal government is really looking at network marketing companies like Herbalife, because Herbalife is a buying club, okay? And Young Living is a buying club. They get paid for bringing on distributors, but these guys are not necessarily really going to duplicate or trying to make a difference in the world. They're just trying to cover their costs at the best price possible. but they're not encouraged to duplicate, whereas we are encouraged to duplicate. So 80% of our customers are the end user, and that's huge. That's huge.
So
And Jay and Paulo are always watching out for that because they don't want us ever to get into trouble. That doesn't mean that they don't want you to grow team. They do, but we'll never have any problem with that because we're also passionate about the product, that we share it no matter what by asking a lot of questions and listening and then offering a solution. But we always, always, always are looking for team because that's going to happen. I mean, I'm obsessed with looking for team, and I get orders anyway because I'm looking for team. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
It does, but more one thing. I mean, I still continue when I talk about it. I just did this the other night with a prospect who was interested in the business model, and I was explaining to him that we have a unique business model where we borrow from 4 different types of businesses: franchising, direct sales, global networking, and corporate.
Right.
And so I still address the global networking. Is that something that they're trying to play down now, or?
No, we obviously have a piece of networking because
Yeah.
we're growing team, okay,
do.
and we are international. There's nothing that's perfectly acceptable. In fact, encouraged. But we are not network marketing. We don't exactly fit into Eric Worre or even the Ray Higdon business model. We are direct sales.
I agree. Okay. I just
Carol,
wanted to make sure.
Carol, will you do me a favor, sweetie, and put yourself on stop video because it's really. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, Pam. So again, I want to make sure that you all understand the difference because it's powerful and it's something we should be proud of. Month end is going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's the end of the month, but we have our wonderful day of grace called Qualifiers Day. There are a number of you that are really close to qualifying. And I would encourage you to try to get those few last orders in by tomorrow night at midnight. If you do put any orders in on Wednesday or you put any promotions in on Wednesday, make sure you move the orders, the promotion, and the reps that you want to have to count in July's business back into July's business. That's really important you do that. And if I were you and if I got an order on the 1st of August, I would automatically move it back to to July, because I want to get paid on it immediately, not wait a whole month to make my money on it. You know what I mean? We are going to have a Hall of Germs call, and it's going to be really soon because the kids are going back to school before long. If you are interested in being a speaker on that, please text me. I think it's going to be fabulous. I do want to take us to our website. I don't know why. Okay, here it is. Here we go. So our website, I'm working. I lost my web designer for a while. I literally couldn't find her. As you can see, we're talking about going to Tampa, Florida. Reminder, the conference will have no classes on Thursday. It starts at 3 and it ends at 6. Everything's going to be center stage. So if you haven't already made your flight reservations, I wouldn't come in until Thursday morning. You save a night in hotel rooms and you save on food. If you've already done it, we just found out about this. The corporate just told us this. I'm going to be there on Tuesday, so we'll all get together and start to brainstorm and have some wonderful things happen. I owe Sue O'Shea an apology because she should be under POB qualifiers, and I just figured that out today, so you will get on there, Sue. You'll be on by tomorrow or the next day. We are now at 22 with me, 23 club. We're really close to 24, and I would encourage you guys to get your new teammates to get qualified as soon as possible, because it opens up the pay plan for them. Again, if Lacey Daunt's sponsor hadn't been qualified and in POB, she would have left thousands upon thousands of dollars on the table. I mean, I can't tell you how much money she would have left.
Every month too.
Every month for a number. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. So it's not something to kid about, and it's not something that you want to forget about. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share right now. And finally, Sue Lambiers has given us some flyers that I'll send out to you guys via email tomorrow. And they're great. They're for estheticians and a spa, and adding Juice Plus to their business. And one is for getting ready, back to school buying, and Juice Plus is in it. And it's a really cute flyer. So tonight, is it any questions on any of that I just covered? Okay. Tonight, I wanted to talk about gold mining. Here again, I would love for us to come up with a name for this. Chris Drobes calls it gold mining, where you set up a block of time with your sponsor and you call into your customer base to hear their results stories, the great results they've had on Juice Plus. And the verbiage goes something like this. Hi, Mary, it's Moira. I've got my friend Cheryl on the phone, and I was just telling her about some of my favorite customers. Is this a good time? And she says yes, and if it's not, we set up another time. And I said, I was talking to Cheryl, and she would really love to hear your results stories from Juice Plus, because she loves hearing about them. And I know how much you love it. And I introduced that, Mary, I'd like you to meet Cheryl. And Cheryl says, oh yes, I'd love to hear your story. Please tell me. And so this customer gets to share her juice or his Juice Plus story, and they are so excited about it that they get all jazzed up about it. Just talking about it, it's remarkable. And then I always say when I do it, gee, you're so passionate about this. Have you ever shared this idea, this Juice Plus, with anybody? And I've never had anybody say no. And I say, well, there are a couple things that could happen here. If you could join us and make a difference and get those people to order from you. You could give their names and telephone numbers to whoever the rep is that brought us together, whose customer this is. And look, you can really make a difference and help people with their enhance their health as they've secure their financial future, something like that. And it's very, very powerful. And nobody is ever insulted that they get asked into the business, because I say to the customer, I know how much, Mary thinks about you, and she would love to spend more time with you. She admires you. I mean, even if they don't want the business, who's going to be upset about that? So the prospecting calls into your customer base, whether you call it a gold mining call or a raving fan call or a customer results call, is a very gentle way to start the three-way calls. Because if you're going to be a sales coordinator and beyond, and you want to be part of the Brave Leadership Program, talk to Joanne and Susie, talk to Marie or Donna. Your brave acts when you're doing this program is to do three-way connection calls with your NMD. And the whole point of the program is to get you into a rhythm of doing the three-way calls. So I would encourage you to do them now. It's incredible. And I mean, I've got scripts posted for us on how to invite. I'm going to go over that in a minute. But I'd love to I'd love to bat this around with you guys. You can all unmute yourself and let's talk about this. What, you know, if you're not doing it, why not? And if you are doing it, what's been your experience? I know there's a fear factor involved that, but I will tell you this. They are very uplifting calls, and I don't know, there are a bunch of people that do them on this Zoom right now, like Joanne and Sue O'Shea and Leslie and Susie and Annette. If you guys, did I say you, Leslie? I think I did. And Marie, if you guys that don't do three-way calls would like to ask these guys what they think about the three-way calls, you can ask them specifically. Let's do this. If you've done a three-way call, raise your hand. In the last month, raise your hand. Okay, so we got Joanne, we have Annette, you did one last. Susie, you didn't? Sue O'Shea, you did one, right? Okay, so, but you, Leslie, you just did one at the end of June, okay? Didn't you? Anyway, I would love to encourage you guys to ask these guys the question about it as to why it works for them. So maybe I'll just ask.
Actually, I mean, any of you who've been doing them, I'd love to hear what you think worked with them. But specifically, like I've just had trouble getting people interested in doing them, and I'm probably not inviting right or correctly. So what do you guys do to do that?
So who wants to answer this question? Raise your hand. Okay, Susie, and then Sue, and then Marie, and then you, Annette. Did you raise your hand, Annette?
Yeah.
You are. Okay, Susie.
Actually, I just did one. I can't remember who it was, Laura. We just did one with somebody I didn't even tell. Oh, it was Jean Taberries. No, it wasn't Jean. Oh, wait, that was the one I talked to her after. There was somebody we just did one with, and I just said I wanted to have a conversation. And then right before we called, because I have the same thing. I know exactly what you're talking about, Hammer. People are like, no, I'm good. But if you can get somebody on the phone to have a conversation, then I just kind of wait to the last minute and say, by the way, I'll call you in 10 or whatever. And then, by the way, my friend Moira is going to get on too. Like, I don't even tell them beforehand.
Oh, great.
And that's one way of doing it. And sometimes, quite honestly, I would have three-way calls set up with Cheryl Cortese, and you better believe I'd have people. There was no way I wasn't going to show up if she gave me a block of 45 minutes. And sometimes I'd close them on my own before I even got them to get on the call with her, which she was tickled about, but I always had people. So thank you, Sue. Who was going to go next? Sue O'Shea?
I use your script, and I haven't had that many, but the ones I've always gotten a yes. I have had to reschedule a couple, but I just say I would love to get you on the phone with my friend Moira, because I would like you to hear about the business the way I heard it. That's it.
And it works like a charm, doesn't it?
I mean, two Lambiers, Leslie, Beth isn't on the call, but all of my team that I've gotten on a three-way said yes to being a team. Leslie, yes? I mean, it was, and you put them on and Moira does all the work.
Right.
That's all.
It's so simple.
My challenge is the scheduling, because I work full-time. That's my only challenge, but if you can get them on, it's easy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue, and you do a good job at it. And now with going to the website and being able to meet with Moira, you're not going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You get two dates with your prospect, and then you just click on and set the date, as all of you have done. How about you, Marie?
Well, you have my information I gave you. We can just wait until then if you want. But my thing is, don't say too much. Don't say too much before you ask Moira to get on the call, or your sponsor, because then we have to backpedal. So if you can wet the whistle and then somebody's interested and I go directly to, you know what, I would love you to meet Moira. She's been doing this for 12 years. I'm still learning from her. So 15, you're old. So I just, the more you talk and the more you say, the more confused someone gets, or your sponsor has to backpedal. That's what I learned from Moira. And I said very little, not knowing much. And that, to me, that's the power of the three-way, is that if you can just strike an interest and then get them on the call, then you're right. Like Sue said, Moira will do the rest.
Yeah, thank you. And we are going to go, Susie, Sue, and Marie, we are going to go over some verbiage, and I'll have Marie do what she shared with me that I put on the paper today. Joanne, would you, and then
Wait, can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
I just wanted to add too, I think the other thing it does after doing enough of them, especially when you're signing, I mean, we've done attraction calls too, but I think with the distributor thing, I think, like Marie said, how you talked about how you work with Moira, I think it kind of makes it more official. Like, okay, this is what we do. You know, as a distributor, this is what we do. You say you're going to do it, and then we get right on a call with Moira. You know, so it's kind of like, this is, you know, like they say, they're, you know, distributors are not going to do what you say to do. They're going to do what you do. So if you're doing calls, then they're going to do calls. Right?
It's a really good point, Susie. And the other point is that they, you know, the feedback I get, like I think it was Lisa Nasser that said this to me when she joined the team and was on her first team call, was that it's really comforting to know that there are a lot of us doing the same thing, and that we're all connected, and that we lock arms and we do the work together. Sue, I'll share Sue O'Shea had a really interesting question from a potential prospect, and it was really fun writing the answer. I'll share that with you tonight too. But Joanne and then, or Annette and then Joanne, talk about your connection calls, because you both do them.
You want me to go more?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so this has been, I think, new. I mean, Susie, you and I did this a year ago when we got Tracy to sign up. So that was my first three-way, and that was obviously very successful. So she kind of sealed the deal for me, and, you know, with the validation of it, because I'm already talking to people about it, but getting that third-party validation, I think that's, you know, what they're teaching us, and it does work. With the break leaders, we've had to do the three-way calls, so I've been trying to set them up more, and I had several. Susie, we did customer care call. Remember, we left a voicemail. That was cute. And today, I thought it went really well. You know, the owner of the gym, he had a lot of questions that honestly I couldn't have answered. So I was so happy Moira was there, because I would have been like, well, I'll have to get back to you. You know, it was also how you said it. And I think that's the piece, you know, because you have that experience. And I think that's the piece that we need with the three-way call. You know, sometimes it's just said differently, or said in a way that would help the person to maybe understand it better, or maybe connect to what's being shared. So I appreciate the calls, and I don't shy away from them at all anymore. In fact, I would love to do them every day if I could. So I'm enjoying doing them, and I'm trying to set them up as many as I can. And Ham, I know you were saying, you know, how do you do that? I've been trying to text out and asking people if they can get on the call. I've gotten some yes, some no's, and then I think calling into the customer base, which is going to be my next step with Moira, part of the Brave Leaders, and moving forward with that. And I'll see how that's going to work. You know, maybe just call into those like we had with that one woman who I thought would be a great person to join the team. You know, maybe just following up with her again and just giving her a call. So I appreciate.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Joanne.
Yeah, I was just going to say thank you. I appreciate you being so supportive and being able to get on them, you know, as quickly as you can. And even for Susie too. So it's been so helpful. And
well, and you're good at it, Joanne. You get people on, and I'm going to show you tonight. I've posted it around Voxer, but I now have verbiage in one place for you guys to pick it up and use it whenever you're prospecting. Hopefully, you'll be prospect blitzing with all of us on Wednesday and Sunday, because I actually did a shout out to those people that did that with me, and I will talk about that at the end of this call. Thank you, Joanne. Annette, can you speak to this?
Sure. My first 2 attempts at a 3-way call were utter failures. The first person said, "You know everything. I don't need to talk to anybody else." And I was like, "No, I don't." And then the next person was on the phone and I was sputtering, and she had someone in her house who was fixing her electricity or something, and it was awful. So then I thought I'd practice with somebody who was a safe person. She's a distributor who's not, she was a dealer who wasn't doing anything. And I know her well. She's been on this call, Kay, my neighbor. And so that was safe. So I practiced. I said, "Kay, I'd really like you to, you've met Moira, but would you do a 3-way call with me? Because I need to know how to do these and you can learn more about the business." That went well. Then last week, I said to a new customer, she'd only been on the Juice Plus 2 weeks. I said, "Amanda, I've got this really good friend. She's a national marketing director and she's really, really smart and she knows a lot about the business and she can answer a lot of questions if you have any. And would you like to get to know the business more? And how about Tuesday at 7:00? And she said yes. And I was like, "Really?" So it wasn't, but we have to be duplicatable. We have to show them there are other people there to help them, people who are helping me. So I am going to be pushing 3 ways as much as I can so they know we're together. I got a lot of people helping me and they'll help you. So that's my...
Could I say one other thing to add to? One thing that we learned in Philly on the stage, and maybe Carol or Sue, you can help me. I remember who said it, but one of the things that one of the national marketing directors said, or she's a QNMD, said, if you're doing stuff, because I thought I was doing great, making flyers, doing these special things, doing all these events and everything else, she said, but none of it was duplicatable. And she said, and I was creating all this work for myself that none of my team could do. So she said, if you're not doing everything you do should be able to be mimicked by your team. And she said, so stop creating new stuff and stop making it complicated so it puts you at the top, and you basically have to, every time you do something, you need to say, can I teach this to my team and can they do the same thing? So that's exactly what the 3-way calls are. So
absolutely. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Annette. I want to show you, I'm going to go to our, I'm going to go to Team Shooting Stars, and it is being redone. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but honestly, it's being redone. You can even see on the home page that we've got Tampa on there, as I said. So you go to Mission Driven Model. This is going to be all different. There'll be the Freedom Revolution on here also. But if you click on Juice Plus Business Trainings, you're going to see the same word in 2 places. It's action verbiage to invite prospects into our business or on a call. This is brand new. If there are typos in it, your adults fix it. I mean, I just retyped this today, and I worked all day long. So, but I had to get this out to you. This is action verbiage to use with prospects, and it's fabulous. I mean, it's just, here's how to invite when you have a doctor or somebody from corporate like Karen Jones speaking. Hi, how are you? I wanted to invite you to hear an incredible doctor MD that I work with. She's speaking on Thursday evening on a conference call about toxicity cleansing and the autoimmune system, or whatever topic you think will speak to them. I know this is a topic that interests you, and this doctor is amazing. You will love her. If I send you an invitation, would you hop on and listen? Simple, to the point. I would encourage you to text it using your voice messaging or call them. I'm not texting much anymore. I'm using my voice messaging on text or on
Yay, Moira.
even on private messaging. It's fabulous. And Lisa actually was the one that said, hey, I think we ought to use that more. And she was right. Hi, it's Moira.
It is fun.
Hi, Mary, it's Moira. We are friends on Facebook. I love your energy and the fun things you do. Or find something about their Facebook post that you like, even if it's their photographs or their beautiful family or something. I'm working on an
Mhm.
oops, there's a typo. I'm working on an incredible summer project and wanted to find out if you keep your income options open. I'm looking for 5 special people to talk to about this opportunity, and you are at the top of my list. If not, no big
Gotcha.
deal. Looking forward to hearing from you either way. I would love to catch up with you. And they go on, guys. I mean, they're, if you don't like them, don't use them. But if you're stuck, you have to create intrigue and curiosity. And I think I am. And it's working because I just got a new teammate. She's not on tonight, Nina, that was from a prospecting I did 2 weeks ago. And these go on. This is Marie. Marie, you can talk to this. And oh no. This is actually Sue O'Shea's. This is what Sue O'Shea got this morning. Hi, from a prospect. This is a business prospect. Hi, thank you so much. I did watch the videos. It seems interesting. Not sure it would, I've got my, sorry, I've got my box in front of that. Not sure I would be good help though. This is exactly the way she wrote it, because I do not have a big circle of people. What does it entail? So Sue asked me to write back, and this is what I wrote back. And I did the feel, felt, found. Hi, Mary, whatever her name is. Thank you so much for responding so quickly. I know how you feel. I felt I didn't have a large circle of people to reach out to either. But I found that the systems and tools that are in place for us to use help everyone uncover people they know, love, and care about. And those people deserve to hear about Juice Plus, the business as well as the product, and the choice is theirs. You share Juice Plus as you go through life. It is very fulfilling as we help people enhance their health. In fact, it's priceless. We also are able to help ourselves and our families too. Besides, we would be a dynamic duo working together. I will be with you every step of the way. I would love you to talk to my friend Moira, he or whomever. He or she have been in the business a long time, and I want you to hear what I heard from her, because I know Sue uses those words. She's great. Are you available Tuesday or Wednesday night? Simple, to the point. I wanted to give you an example of feel, felt, found, because that's very effective. You're acknowledging them, you're hearing them, you're repeating back what they were afraid of, and you're offering a solution. This is what Marie wrote to prospects on connection calls about the product. Hi, how are you? Listen for their answer. Listen for clues. You want to listen for clues on health, stress, exercise, or financial related problems, or you can say what's new. I promise, I didn't write this, but I promise they'll tell you. They will tell you. People aren't asked that often what they, about themselves. It may not be about them. It may be about someone they care about. From you can say, sorry to hear about your whatever. I have a question. Now, this is all Marie. I have a question. Have you ever heard of Juice Plus? They typically say no. If they say yes, say, really, what do you know? Because they don't know. They never know. They think it's some crazy juice. It is concentrated fruit, vegetable, and berry powders in a capsule. How are you at eating fruits and vegetables every day? Then you let them answer. Here's one thing I know, fruits and vegetables protect our bodies on a cellular level. If my cells are protected, my body can do its job. I plan to be around for a long time, and I want to live the best life possible. I don't have time right now. That's another thing Marie says that's really effective. I don't have time right now, but I would love to share more about this with you, or I don't have time to get into the details right now, but I would love to share the facts with you soon. I'm still learning. My friend Moira has been, I would say in the business, I think, for 15 years, and is so knowledgeable about the company and the product. May I give you a call when we both have time? If we have any questions, you can go this way. If we have any questions, I'll reach out to Moira and see if she can jump on. Of course, I'll know that Marie's on the call with a prospect, and I'm kind of waiting on the side just in case she calls, or say, I would love to reach out with Maura when we're together. She's amazing and you'll love her. I'm so excited to share this with you. I know it will help whatever concern they have. May I have your cell phone? I know I'm available Tuesday after 6 or Thursday after 8, which was best for you. Again, it's closing and wanting to, wanting people to really respond to you because you're asking open-ended questions. The other action here is action for, I say the Friday or Saturday action, but we're really talking about people that you have not heard back from in 30 days. And this is very effective. It's worked for me. It's from Ray Higdon. Hi, how are you? I apologize for not being in touch. I am super busy. You can say just earned my first bonus, or just had an amazing leader in my community join me in my business, or I had a colleague reach the top position, or a friend of mine moved to Nashville, her dream city, because she's now earning enough money in our business to do so. I'm so happy for her. Whoever, whichever one you choose, or make up your own. Do you know someone who might be interested in earning extra money if we show them how? Or do you know anyone who likes to have fun and might be interested in earning extra money if we show them how? Let me know. I have to jump on a conference call now, but I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Again, there's a little sense of loss and there's a sense of urgency. We're not like overselling. We're not over talking. We're just following up. Hey, Tommy, how are you? I apologize for not having been in touch. I'm so excited. One of my friends just earned a $2,000 bonus and a promotion. I'm so happy for her. Do you know anyone who likes to have fun and might want to make some extra money if we show them how? I have to jump on a conference call right now, so I have to go. Looking forward to hearing from you. I mean, it's repetition, but those are documents right there for you guys. And I want to thank Sue O'Shea. I want to thank Marie for adding to the verbiage, and anybody else that if you have any verbiage or verbiage, however you say it, you can say it both ways, that you want to add to this. Let's make this a living document and keep adding to it. But it's here, and we're not overselling it. We're not oversharing. We're creating. Yeah, Susie, were you going to say something?
I have a question. What is, because you all have really good, I just said y'all. God, I've been in Florida a long time. What is your verbiage that you use to respond when you send something out? When we did our blitz last night, I got a couple of responses, and the two that I'm looking at is both of them are thanks, but I've got a full plate right now. I hope you guys are doing great. The other one is, there's a lot of other stuff. And then it says, as for work, I would love to incorporate new income streams into my life. It's the path to wealth for sure. But at this point, my only income stream keeps me busy. I work 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekdays. If that lightens up or changes, I'll be sure to reach out.
I would just go back to exactly what I wrote to Sue. Whenever I hear that they're kind of interested, but they don't have any time, I really drive home that this business is done in stolen moments. Think of Courtney O'Donnell, 5 kids, and Kelly Pearl calls her up to join the business, and she's volunteers at church and runs a baptism or a Christian Sunday school. I mean, we want busy people to join our business, and we want to say to them, I feel found. I know how you feel. I wasn't sure I could fit this in either, as I've got a full-time job, but what I've found is the systems and the tools we have in place enable us to do this business in stolen moments. And drive it home, Susie. I mean, you and, a bunch of you guys that work full-time, it's really, people can relate to the fact that you do your business as you juice as your life.
So Maura, I got one too that she said it was great talking with you the other day. Thank you for all the information. It's definitely interesting and can benefit many people. At this time, I'm not interested in purchasing any, but it's definitely information I'll keep on hand and pass on.
You know what I'd go back to her and say? And this is
Running
just me,
coach.
guys. I'm talking off the top of my head here. I would get back to her and say, I understand, I appreciate and totally understand that you don't want to buy product right now, but I'd love to know what you find intriguing about this product. I'd like to know what resonated with you, and keep the dialogue going.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, she's going to, so she could eventually talk herself right into it.
And if she's a running coach, isn't that when you would offer her like a video or something and send one of Jeff's?
I sent
You
David
did.
Phillips.
David Phillips. What about that Jeff? What's Jeff's name?
Olson.
Yeah,
Jeff who?
Olson.
Olson.
About the Colorado guy who talks all
Yeah, there's a really good video, Jeff Olson.
triathletes
There's-
and performance enhancement and all that.
He's got 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
The other thing I said recently, and it's so funny because Beth Meyer and I talk every day, and I shared with her what I said, and she posted something similar where I wrote back that I respectfully understand that you're super busy, but I found a way to make money while I sleep. I know it sounds corny, but I didn't, you know, I'm a busy woman and a busy grandmother, and I have stayed no, this is what Beth wrote. It wasn't one. Okay. So I'm a busy mother and businesswoman. With this, I leveraged my time and multiplied my income. I used leveraged time and multiplied my income. If this specific opportunity isn't for you, you may want to consider looking at others. Like I said, I respect you a lot, and I respect you a lot, and I want to reach out to you. I think you'd be really good at this opportunity should you give it a chance. I mean, I did write, I have found a way to make money while I sleep. I know it sounds corny, but I with this opportunity, I leveraged my time and I've multiplied my income. Those are the words. I'll put those on. I'll add that to overcoming objections like I don't have time. Because people look at you and say, what? You make money while you sleep? What? And you think about it, you know, certainly with the BIB, which is what the MDs get, the business incentive bonus, we get up to $3,000 a month before we wake up on the first day of every month. That's in my sleep. Okay. Any other questions? Because we should get on the Cortese call. I think this is going to be good. Thank you, you guys. I hope this has helped. And thank you, Maria and Sue, and everybody for participating. It was great. It was great. Have a good night,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
It was really
Thank
helpful reminder.
Good night.